Hey guys, it's Michael from Backyard Creations, Pharaoh Ironworks. I'm going to start this video over because I actually recorded the first part of it on my phone. So some of this has already been done. In this video, I'm doing a Vic Rattlehead, the mascot of Megadeth, skull for a Halloween prop to have around the house. I just got a resin skull right here, and I've already made the eye cover. I'll have to drill the holes, and I still have the rivets to make, so I'm gonna do that today. And I've made I'll have to get them. I've already made the staples. There's a separate video on that. And here are the pieces to go on the ears, over like the ears. They're slightly tapered. All I did was use a piece of, like, I think it's probably 1/2 inch or 3/4 pipe, and I used a ball peen hammer to spread it out, and then I just cleaned it up a little bit on the belt grinder to get it a nice cone shape. And I've cut out the pieces to go inside of those, inside of the ends, and I'm about to go clean those up on the belt grinder right now. So stick around. Okay, so I'm sitting here at my 2x72 grinder. I just have it set up with a 8-inch contact wheel right now because I've been practicing doing hollow grinds on knives. And I'm going to get these pieces to fit inside of these pieces, and they're going to be welded, and we'll make the chains that hang down, and there's got to be a few lines cut in this. So if you don't have one of these in your shop, I love this machine. I absolutely love this machine. I built it myself. I probably built it for less than $400 out of just stuff that I had around. You know, I had to buy a motor, I had to buy a VFD, and I had to buy the wheels and stuff. But if you're fabricating stuff out of steel, this thing will move some steel. So I'm going to get it turned on, and I'm going to shape these up, and then we're going to get on to the next part. Safety first. On that one, but it'll be fine. Let me cut to the yeah, it's too big for that one. Too small for that one too. So that's fine. On that one. Alright, I'm going to get some other stuff cut up, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, like I said, I'm going to weld these up. I am by no means a professional TIG welder. amateur at very best, I probably got less than 5 hours welding with this thing. Probably even less than 1 or 2. So we're going to get in this and see if we can get this welded. Oops, it fell. Alright. Let's say second time's the charm. Let's try this again. Just went and removed the burr that I caused. Alright. We're going to try to weld this without mucking it up. I'll turn the down on the welder just a little bit. But the weld didn't turn out horrible. I'll have to regrind the tungsten. Let's see. And there you go. I'll weld the other one and I'll get back with you. Alright guys, I got the rivet tool made. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted to do. You can make rivet tools in different ways. This one's just like a piece of 1/2-inch stock. I think it's half anyway. And I drilled a 3/16 hole through it for the 3/16 material. And you want to make your head of your rivet about 1.5 times the size of the rivet. So I found 1.5 times was a little bit too much on the 3/16. This is such small material. And I couldn't do it in the forge. I tried this last week, and it just won't stay. It won't stay hot long enough. So I ended up going and getting my oxygen tank filled this morning, and this is how I'm making the rivets for the eye covers. I just get I'm just using a brazing tip. Don't need a whole lot of heat. Or a small welding tip. And you want to heat this as evenly as possible. I've had them kind of kicked to the side. I've made about 13 of them. Well, there's supposed to be 13 of them. I think I lost one because I had cut 13 pieces and I don't have but 12. So you want to heat this as evenly as possible. And I'm going to use the flat die on the forging hammer, and I'm going to hit this as square down as I can to create a little rivet. And if you look, you've got a rivet now, a rivet head created, just like that. And if you wanted to make a rounding rivet header, I was going to show you how to do that, but like I said, it just wasn't working out. And all I'm doing is taking a punch and punching the rivet right out. What am I hitting? Let me see, the last one's going to stick. Yep, there it goes. And that is it. That one's probably still just a little bit hot, but this is what they're turning out like. This is what they're turning out like right here. Anyway, I'm going to be back over there at the workbench and start working on getting these pieces attached to the skull. Alright guys, I'm going to put everything, do a coat of linseed oil, just boiled, that's not showing up, boiled linseed oil just like you can get at the box store that came from Lowe's. And what you do is you need to heat your metal to a black heat. I'm going to heat it up just a little beyond black, and I'm going to let it cool back down, and when it turns back black, I'm going to put some linseed oil on it. You don't want it too hot because this stuff will flash, and like I said, it'll spontaneously combust if you have it on rags. So I'm going to get these parts coated, then I'm going to get back to the affixing everything to the skull. Okay, what I've got going on here is I'm going ahead and getting the rivets put in, and I'm using a Dremel tool that I got from, it's just a Harbor Freight L cheapy Dremel sander thing, to drill the holes in this resin with. I want to make a note, this is resin, some bad stuff. Make sure you wear something to help you breathe. This is just it's kind of like what Michael Cthulhu uses in his videos. It helps you bring air in from behind, and make sure you wear some safety glasses. So I'm gonna get these rivets put in, and then I'm gonna start working on how I'm going to attach the staples to the jaws, and I'll come back and give you a little update on that. Alright guys, I got a little ahead of everything with this. Really didn't do a lot of recording. There's not a whole lot I could record. Full disclosure here, I didn't get one of the rivet holes big enough, and I don't know if you can see that, there's a crack and it goes all the way through the back side, so I expect this is probably going to eventually crack, and I may do something else with it. So these are glued in place and epoxied. And what I did on the earpieces, I decided to put a screw in them because they're so heavy, but you know, it turned out. I think what I'll eventually do is probably find a more life-size skull and do this again. But you know, that's what this is all about, learning how to do something, do it better next time, you know. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace out.